Still Valley, The Deal That Died with the Devil, The Twilight Zone, Season 3, Episode 11. The year is 1863, the place is Virginia, and the shape of the mind is a battlefield that calls itself civil while disguising its real quarrel with God and peace itself. Sergeant Joseph Paradine descends into a quiet that isn't mercy. Union soldiers stand upright and unmoving, not dead, not alive, as if time itself had been put on a shelf. This is what guilt does when it thinks it's protecting something. It freezes movement and calls it safety. It halts the mind at the exact point of decision and says, "Don't look here." Paradine meets Teague, the witch man who carries a book of spells like a ledger of bargains. Magic, Teague says, can stop an army and redraw a map. But the price is the oldest currency in the dream, allegiance to the ego's author and the renunciation of God. In A Course in Miracles terms, this is the core confusion of value. The ego always offers a trade: give reality for symbols, give peace for outcomes, give eternity for time. It sells a shortcut that detours forever. Paradine tests the claim and tastes its power. A page spoken toward a ridge and men become statues, not dead and not alive, which is exactly how the ego wants a mind, immobilized in fear, unable to choose again. The Course insists the only meaningful power is the power to accept the atonement, to let error be undone rather than rearranged. Magic rearranges appearances. Miracle undoes the cause. The book can paralyze bodies. Only forgiveness releases the mind. Back at camp, the lieutenant argues for expediency. "We're losing. We lack food and guns. This is the temptation any time the world screams scarcity. Invoke what works. Compromise your God just a little." The ego always adds a clause in fine print: praise what is false and revoke the name that guarantees you cannot be harmed. When ends justify means justify hell. Paradine steps to the fire and makes the only non-transactional move left. He refuses to purchase an outcome at the cost of reality. He will not pay for victory with his soul. He says if this cause must die, let it be buried in hallowed ground, and he throws the ledger into the flames. In A Course. In Miracles language, he chooses the miracle by withdrawing belief from the bargaining mind. He will walk into tomorrow without an ally named fear. Why does this matter beyond the grey and the blue? Because every day the ego offers a private spellbook. Speak this judgment and freeze a relationship. Invoke this grievance and paralyze a future. Trade inner honesty for outer advantage and call it wisdom. Each incantation promises control while hiding the bill, the loss of peace. The valley's stillness is the portrait of a psyche that believes in sin and hopes to win without exposing it. The Holy Spirit's curriculum is the opposite. Expose the desire to deal, and the deal dissolves. Expose the wish to accuse, and the accusation fails. Expose the belief that God must be revoked for safety, and safety returns as the remembrance that God was never revoked. The miracle is not an improved spell. It is the end of spell thinking. Rod Serling's closing line lands like a bell. This one was fought without the help of the devil. Metaphysically, that sentence refuses projection. No scapegoat signed this order. Men did. And in that refusal to mythologize evil, the episode hands back responsibility where it can finally be healed. The Course calls this the only honest moment in time, when the mind admits it chose the ego and can therefore choose again. What does choosing again look like in daily life? It looks like burning a private ledger when a shortcut appears. It looks like declining the bargain that purchases approval with self-betrayal. It looks like letting a grievance go uncast even when the spell could work. It looks like remembering that peace is not a prize awarded for correct outcomes, but a decision available before outcomes exist. The devil's last deal always sounds practical. It borrows the language of necessity and survival. But the instant the name of God is revoked, the self that remains is only a set of transactions. Paradine refuses that identity. He stands in front of a fire and returns the book to where all false authorship goes. He chooses hallowed ground over hollow victory. The next morning brings Gettysburg in the script and another day in the mind. Battles may still occur in form, but the contract is cancelled. No devil signs the orders now. Only a mind learning that salvation is never a bargain, because love has nothing to sell and nothing to buy. That is why the valley is still. Not because time has been frozen by fear, but because a decision was made that ends the commerce of guilt. And once commerce ends, the war with God ends with it. Peace is what remains, because peace is what was real all along.